The weather is changing. Be careful. We have all heard it from our loved ones. A gentle reminder to bundle up or stay hydrated. But here's the heartbreaking question. Who is saying this to our planet? Because Earth, our only home, is screaming for help. And we are the reason it's struggling to breathe. Climate change isn't a distant threat anymore. It's here, raging at our doorstep. Heat waves turning cities into furnaces, floods swallowing neighborhoods, wildfires leaving behind ashes and agony, and droughts turning fertile lands into wastelands. This isn't just bad weather, it's a full-blown crisis. Just look at 2025. Europe is baking. June was England's hottest in 141 years, while Paris shut down the Eiffel Tower as temperatures soared. Texas drowned in deadly flash floods. Families swept away in an instant. The US prepares for another devastating wildfire season. Kashmir, the paradise of cool breezes, shatters records in a deadly heat wave. And the scariest part? This is just the beginning. Scientists warn the next 5 years will push humanity to its limits. So here's the real question. What will you do about it? Stand by as disasters multiply or step up and fight back? If you are ready to be part of the solution, to protect, to act, to demand change, then join us. Subscribe now. Arm yourself with knowledge and let's turn this battle around together. The earth needs warriors. Will you answer the call? The numbers don't lie. Climate change is already rewriting our future in blood and billions. According to the Climate Risk Index 2025, between 1993 and 2022, the world suffered over 9,400 extreme weather events. The human cost? A staggering 7,65,000 lives lost. The economic toll? A mind-numbing $4.2 trillion wiped away. Now let's talk about India. In 2019, our country ranked as the 7th most affected by extreme weather, a ranking that improved to 49th by 2022. But here's the sobering reality. In the long-term assessment from 1993 to 2022, India still sits at 6th place among the most vulnerable nations. Dominica, China and Honduras top this tragic list, with Myanmar and Italy close behind. The damage hits home hard. Over the past 3 decades, India has endured more than 400 extreme weather events, each one leaving scars. From the devastating 1998 Gujarat cyclone and the 1999 Odisha super cyclone to the catastrophic 2013 Uttarakhand floods and relentless heat waves pushing temperatures past 50 degrees Celsius in 1998, 2002, 2003 and 2015, these disasters have claimed 80,000 lives and caused losses of $180 billion. This isn't just data, it's a wake-up call. The climate crisis is here and it's accelerating. The question is, what will we do about it? Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the solutions, because awareness is the first step towards change. The devastating effects of climate change are no longer distant warnings. They are unfolding right now in real time across every corner of the globe. And recently, the world took notice. In Odisha, a critical 2-day international conference brought together ambassadors, diplomats, and environmental experts from 8 nations, all united by one urgent message: the climate crisis is here and it's worse than we thought. The Director General of the Indian Meteorological Department, Mrityunjay Mohapatra, laid bare the harsh truth. Rising greenhouse gas emissions fueled by human activity are the reasons behind the changing weather patterns. Forests and wetlands, Earth's natural carbon sponges, are vanishing at an alarming rate. Yet, amid the grim reality, Mohapatra offered a glimmer of hope. Global efforts are underway to reverse this damage before it's too late. But the clock is ticking. Climate change isn't just an environmental disaster, it's an economic time bomb. Rising temperatures have slashed agricultural yields by 6 to 10%, while warming oceans are decimating fisheries, pushing millions towards poverty. Spain's Ambassador Juan Antonio Mas Pujol delivered a chilling statistic. Since 1900, sea levels have surged by over 20 centimeters, unleashing a new era of cyclones, floods, and droughts. Italy's ambassador Antonio Bartoli pointed to the recent floods in Texas as a terrifying example, a disaster no one saw coming. Despite all our technological advancements, he warned, nature still holds the upper hand. Meanwhile, Peru's ambassador Javier Polanich revealed a heartbreaking reality. 71% of his country's glaciers, vital sources of fresh water, are disappearing. It's not just ice melting, he said, it's our future that's melting. But perhaps the cruelest irony of all that came into picture is the nations contributing the least to climate change are suffering the most. The High Commissioner of Seychelles painted a dire picture. Rising seas, eroding coastlines, and extreme weather are strangling the island's economy, threatening its tourism and fishing industries. For small nations like his, climate change isn't a debate, it's a fight for survival. The message from Mauritius was clear. The time for action is now. Because if we don't act today, tomorrow may be too late. Yes, the world is finally waking up to fight climate change. But here's the hard truth. We are running a marathon against time. Change won't happen overnight. But every action today builds the future we'll see tomorrow. The good news is, as of June 2024, 107 nations responsible for 82% of global emissions have pledged to achieve net zero. But what does net zero really mean? Imagine a world where every ton of carbon we emit is balanced by a ton removed, where forests, oceans, and new technologies work together to clean our atmosphere. That's the promise of net zero. But why does this matter so much? Science warns us with absolute certainty. We must keep global warming below 1.5 degrees Celsius to avoid catastrophe. Right now, we are already at 1.2 degrees Celsius hotter than pre-industrial levels, and emissions are keep rising. The Paris Agreement set our deadline. We must cut emissions by 45% before 2030 and hit net zero by 2050. This isn't just policy, it's survival. The historic 2015 agreement wasn't just paperwork, it was humanity's pact to protect our shared future. The math is simple but staggering. We have just 5 critical years to change course. Every nation, every community, every individual must act now. Because when it comes to saving our planet, there is no plan B. The science is clear and alarming. Current emission trends show global temperatures will remain at record highs over the next 5 years. The World Meteorological Organization's latest report warns these rising temperatures will intensify climate risks across societies, economies, and development efforts. Let me break down what this means. From 2025 to 2029, we are looking at annual global temperatures 1.2 degrees Celsius to 1.9 degrees Celsius higher than pre-industrial levels. There's an 80% chance one of these years will surpass 2024's record heat. Even worse, there's an 86% chance we'll hit 1.5 degrees Celsius of warming at least once in these next 5 years. Now, these numbers might seem small, but their impacts are enormous. Each fractional degree increases threats across our planet, from deadly heat waves and extreme rainfall to prolonged droughts. We are talking about accelerated ice melt, rising seas, and warming oceans that affect us all. For South Asia, the pattern is particularly worrying. Except for 2023, the region has experienced above average rainfall in recent years, a trend the WMO predicts will continue through 2029. These are not only weather events, but are warning signs we can't afford to ignore. Look around you. Rains arriving too soon. Winters losing their chill. Summers blazing before their time. This is not normal. This is the cost of our choices. But here's the truth. While we cause this crisis, we can still change its course. The power is not just in governments or corporations. It's in us. Our daily choices, our voice, our actions. Because when millions of individuals decide to act, that's when revolutions begin. If this video shook you, if you felt even a flicker of urgency, then do this. Share it, Talk about it. Be part of the solution because saving our planet isn't a spectator sport. Subscribe now. Join us as we are the first channel fighting for our climate, our future, our only home. If you love yourself and planet Earth, then follow us and don't forget to wait for our next video. Till then, think wisely, act sustainably.